how does that affect you if the sentiment is negative? It affects people. It affects their ability to raise capital, and it affects my educational business because not as many people want to get involved, right? So, but let's say I decide I'm going to get into multifamily. So it's going to be a little harder to raise capital, but that's really at this point only if I've already been in the game and I have investors who maybe got burned or they invested previously in multifamily syndication and there was capital calls or no longer get the distributions, or in some case they lost everything. Like those people, it's going to take them a while to come back to multifamily. So me as a new syndicator, when I'm raising capital, I'm going to have to probably raise capital from people who've never invested in multifamily before, which is a huge setback because in the olden days, people would just invest with this operator and that operator. We're like sharing operators. It's fantastic. Really, really easy way to raise capital. That is no longer the case. So it's a little harder to raise capital. And I'm concerned about it because we're trying to raise capital ourselves. But I feel like collectively, we're going to miss a huge opportunity. And we are now in this last deal we have on a contract right now. For the first time, we have some of our investors coming back to us for the first time, especially the big ones. So what I'm finding is that there's different kinds of investors of the accredited sort, but the sophisticated investor they're always looking for an opportunity. Now, they're very risk averse. But they're always looking for an opportunity, right? So they understand that when there's blood in the streets, there's an opportunity somewhere, and they are looking for that. They are a little more discerning. They tend to be a little more objective, not as emotionally charged, not reading the news as much, but really looking at what's really going on. Those are the ones that are asking questions. And they're piecing these things together, and they're like, interesting. I know I got my butt kicked here, but I see that now the environment is totally different. The outlook is different. It's different now. I'm buying the same asset differently than I did 2.5 years ago, and they're starting to come back. So my appeal is to the investor is to really don't look at the news.